guys, I'm Mark Freeman from Freeman Technique.
And I'm Matthew Becker from Industrial Athletics.
Today we're going to do a strict muscle up transition exercise. Okay? So, the first thing that you want to do is find the rings at the appropriate height. So you want it to be about like the midriff height, so around like your torso area, okay? And in terms of the width of the rings, probably about shoulder width, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is to really establish the false grip. So Matthew's going to explain how to do that.
So the false grip is necessary for the strict muscle up because we have to keep our hands on top of the rings at all time in order to transition through from the pull-up phase to the dip phase. In order to do this, I need to get my hand on top of the ring. The easiest way to do it is to put my hand through the ring to the point that my wrist comes out the other side and is free to move. If I have my hand back here on the ring, I can't really move it up and down a whole lot. But if I get my hand all the way through the ring so that my wrist is free, I can now move it up and down quite freely. I then just fold my hand over and grab the ring. If I do this properly, I can then come back and drop down below the rings and my hands stay on top of the ring, which is necessary for the transition.
Okay, so once you've got the false grip established, that's when you can start training the skill. Now the important thing to remember when training this skill is that everyone can do, a dip, and everyone can do a chin up. And what this actually targets is the in-between phase of the muscle up. So going from underneath the rings to on top of the rings. That's where a lot of people struggle, okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to put your feet on the mat, okay? And then you're going to lean back into a deep dip, okay? And notice his wrists are not in the false grip position. That's what you want at first. Because what you're going to do, as you progress into the skill, you're going to roll into the false grip position progressively, making sure his wrists are on top of the rings, okay? And then he's going to come back, going all the way up, and good. All right. So, in order to increase your strength at that, in this particular skill, in this range, you really want to increase the reps of the skill. So, for instance, if you're going to do it like this, you're going to, I'd say 5 reps would be good, and going as slow and controlled as possible, okay? If you do it fast, you're missing the point of the skill, because you really want to kind of strengthen the range going from underneath, slowly going on top, and in reverse as well, okay? If you struggle getting on top of the rings this way, training it in reverse is still a really good exercise to strengthen those muscles that feature in that range, okay? Common mistakes that occur with this particular exercise is people tend to bring the rings out like this, which is bad for stability. The elbows will be out, and what you want to try and do is keep everything fixed in as tight as possible, okay? So you're really recruiting from the other aspects and the other parts of your body to help with this skill. Another thing is people will lose the false grip on the way down, okay? And the point is that if your wrist stays underneath the rings, there's no way you're going to be able to get back on top. So you really have to establish that false grip and maintain it. So not only is this exercise, going to help train and strengthen your muscle up, but it's also going to help really affirm or reaffirm and establish a strong false grip. And that is the strict muscle up transition exercise.